Are you a
Hold
Luka
on.
fanboy?
I'm a crash out man, and I'm about to crash out with your permission. May I crash out?
Go ahead, man.
You just kept needling, guy. You just kept needling and pushing and pushing and pushing. You didn't want AR. You didn't want D-Flow. Look at what happened, man. You put Rob in a corner, and he started fighting back. He started crashing out, and look where we're at now. Tomfoolery everywhere. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look at Luka. You caused them to crash out. Reggie, you're pushing everyone to the edge, man.
Like, Luka, look, you just standing there. Look, watch this again, Luka. He just went right by. Luka, what are you doing?
I'll say there was some effort on that one.
Folly! Luka, what are you doing? Get back into play, Luka. Luka! You would hate me. Luka, come on, bro.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball run, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, folks, we are back, man. We are back, folks. We are back, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, folks. You guys see the title of the show. You guys see the thumbnail. You guys know what we're here to discuss, folks. We're here to discuss these Luka fanboys, folks. They're crashing out, okay? They're crashing out, folks. Now they're hating on Wemby. Obviously they're, throwing shade on SGA's name these days. And, for me, folks, I think they're honestly a little bit pathetic, folks. I think they're a little bit pathetic. Like I've told you guys, folks, Luka doesn't have a case for the MVP award. He just doesn't. And, what we've been witnessing over the last, week or two has been really just a media narrative to put this guy into the conversation. Okay. Now, I tried to tell, these dudes last year, folks, that nobody in the history of LeBron James's career has ever won an MVP playing next to LeBron James. We did a show talking about this last night. They're talking about Luka should be the MVP. Folks, have you guys seen LeBron James? How can you be an MVP when there's a player on your team who's been playing unbelievable as of late? And his name is LeBron James. You guys realize ever since LeBron James came back, the Lakers are 7-1 since he came back after they said he needs to take a back seat? So how are you guys giving all the credit to Puka? I don't understand this. This makes no sense to me. Like I said, we're going to get to these Puka fans here in a second. Shout out to Liquid Drano with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans. Okay, you said, how can Puka be the MVP when he's shooting 30 times a game? That's what I said on Twitter. That's literally what I said on Twitter. Let me show you guys what I said on Twitter. Now, obviously, chat, they're not going to like this one. It is what it is, chat, okay? But this is what I said on Twitter. Let me show you guys. Give me 1 second. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to Ishmael. What up, dude? I noticed you ducked out the other night. I put the link in the chat for you, dude. You ducked out of here. Now you're back? Okay, that's odd. That's a little bit strange, dude, but okay. You're back. All right, cool. Shout out to FBA Quicksand. We got Hoodie Walker. Armani, what up, man? We got Raiderville, Skino, Jason, Constellar, what up, man? We got JJ, I see you, man. You say Don C's lost at sea right now. Yeah, Don C, he's crashing out, folks. Don C's crashing out. It's a little bit nasty. The fact that he just won't go ahead and just concede that Puka's lost this MVP race. We got Capo. Xavier, what's going on, man? We got Ransom. You said it's the battle of the two stupidest fan bases ever. Both LeBron and Luka boys are fucking dorks. And when they are both gone, the Lakers' name will live on. Well, Ransom, listen, dude. What you have to understand, bro, is that, the NBA is a player-driven league, dude. Okay, the Lakers will only be as relevant as the players that, play for the franchise, right? So, listen, obviously the Lakers will be here. Once LeBron is done, once Luka's done, they'll still be around, but, will they be relevant? I mean, probably not, I don't even think they're going to be relevant with Luka, if I'm being honest with you. Nobody gives a shit anymore. You guys act like this is the 80s and the 90s and people still care about teams. This isn't football, dude. Right? Football, they care about the team. They care about the name on the helmet. You know what I mean? The team on the helmet. Basketball, they care about the player. Okay? You guys still are a little bit delusional about the sport. This is a player-driven league. We don't give a shit really about the team. All right? I'm a LeBron fan.
LeBron fans.
I don't give a shit where LeBron goes. LeBron could play in fucking on the moon. I'd be repping the moon, the moon monarchs or some shit. I don't know. I'd be repping the monarchs on the moon if LeBron went to the moon, dude. I don't give a shit where LeBron plays. The Fakers. LeBron could have went to Portland. I'd have been covering the Trailblazers. I wouldn't have gave a shit. Just being honest with you. It wouldn't have mattered where he went to Miami. We were down in South Beach. He went back to Cleveland. We were in Ohio. He came out to Cali. Now we're with the Lakers, dude. And wherever he goes next, that's where we're going. We go as LeBron goes. Y'all can have the Fakers. Nobody's going to fight you for the Fakers. Okay? You can have it. Shout out to Banco. You said Wemby took over SGA spot after getting cooked by Jaylen Brown. Puka's got no chance over two-way demons. We got Payroll Justin. You said, I truly don't understand why LeBron doesn't say to hell with these white mediocre clowns. Ayton doesn't deserve to be associated with these fakers either. And JJ is getting fired, right? Okay. Shout out to Swagger Bron. What's going on, man? I see we got a couple clowns in here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and just get into the nonsense, folks. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, the NBA.com, they updated their MVP ladder about 12 hours ago. Okay. Now, to my surprise, folks, Victor Wembanyama, he has taken the number one spot away from SGA, which I honestly don't have a problem with, folks, if I'm being honest with you. I think the Spurs have played the Thunder 5 times this year, and I think the Spurs won 4 times, right? The Spurs are only a couple of games, I think, back of the Thunder for the number one spot. So I've got no issues with Victor Wembanyama being the number one guy right now in the MVP race. I have no issues with it. I think it's well deserved. I think, he is the DPOY. Obviously, he's the best defensive player we have in the sport currently. And I think his two-way impact, folks, has the San Antonio Spurs fighting for the 1 seed, folks. His ability to play both ends of the floor, it's second to none, really, in the sport right now. Now, I'm an AD guy. I think AD is a phenomenal two-way player. I think Kawhi is a phenomenal two-way player. Bam Adebayo. There's a few guys, right, that can play both sides. Jaylen Brown, they play both sides of the floor. But right now, in this moment, I don't think that we can definitively say that there is a better two-way player than Victor Wembanyama. He's the best two-way player right now currently in the sport. Okay? That's just a fact. We have to give him his love on that, right? So he's overtaken SGA for the number one spot. It is what it is. Then, obviously, SGA drops down to number 2. And to my surprise, folks, as you guys can see, the Joker has taken back the number 3 spot over Puka. Now, what has been going on, folks? Well, the Puka fans, ladies and gentlemen, They have been crashing out. Now, this is what I said to these fanboys 5 hours ago. I said, Luka fans think him stat padding against shit teams is going to win him the MVP. LOL. Folks, I don't know who Puka fanboys think that they're fooling. I don't know if they think we don't watch these games, if we don't watch what's actually going on. I don't know, folks. I don't know what's going on in these people's minds and in their brains. But I've said this before. I'm going to continue to say it. Luka has the nastiest game I've ever closely observed. Like, I'm not even just saying this. And I know people will say, like, oh, you're just a Luka hater and all this. But do you guys ever ask yourself why people hate on Luka? Like, do you guys think that we're just, like, shitting on Luka because, like, we're just, you know, LeBron fans or something?
LeBron fans.
I mean, this doesn't make any sense, folks. Like, I'm a LeBron guy, right? I remember when LeBron was in Cleveland. Nobody shitted on Kyrie. Kyrie was phenomenal under LeBron's leadership. And then once he, you know, decided he was going to pull a Kobe and try and go do things on his own, he completely flopped and failed in that. And his career has never been the same ever since he left LeBron James. But when he was under the leadership of LeBron James in Cleveland, we loved Kyrie. We didn't have any issues with Kyrie. Why? Kyrie was a phenomenal talent. He was a phenomenal player. Those were his best years of his career, is when he played under the leadership of LeBron James. That was the best basketball that little boy ever played in his entire life. The little nigga, Kyrie. He wanted to pull a Kobe. He thought he was Kobe. He thought, oh, I can go win on my own without LeBron. And guess what happened? He's been flopping everywhere he's went. You flopped in Boston. You flopped in Brooklyn. You flopped in Dallas. All he's done is waste his time. That's it. That's all Kyrie did. Ever since he left LeBron, he just wasted his career. This dude should be in the conversation, you know, with Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry for the greatest point guards to ever play the sport. But because he didn't want to listen, right, now he's wasting his career away in Dallas with the fucking Mavericks. Like the bozo clown that he is. Fuck him. Fuck him. Seriously. I'm serious. Fuck Kyrie. All you had to do was stay put, and we wouldn't have even had to do all this extra shit. Now we got to go to L.A., you know, then Kobe got to die. All this extra shit, all because your little bitch ass didn't want to stay in Cleveland under LeBron James' leadership. And you thought you can go be Kobe, and then you went to Boston, and you realized, wait a second, these niggas don't want to let me lead them. Of course not. Who's going to let you lead them, nigga? You're 6'1" with sneakers on, nigga. You ain't no fucking leader, nigga. Jason Tatum is 6'8", 6'9". Jaylen Brown is 6'7". And here you come in 6'1" with sneakers on, barely 6 feet tall, talking about you a leader. Ain't nobody listening to you, nigga. You ain't LeBron, nigga. But like I said, I ain't even really here to talk about this nigga. My whole point in saying that, folks, is this. When Kyrie was playing next to LeBron, we didn't hate on Kyrie. Okay? When LeBron James went to Miami and he was playing with Dwayne Wade, we didn't hate on Dwayne Wade. When he came to LA and AD came, we did not hate on Anthony Davis. We only hate on Luka. And I need you guys to ask yourself why. Is it because he's white? Well, yeah, that does play a role. We're not used to this. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Yeah, that does play a role. It does. Yes, it does. Can we just have an honest conversation? Yes. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Is it because Luka's white? Yes, that does play a big role in it. Yes, it does. Why? Because we're not used to this. We're not used to seeing LeBron with white boys. We're just not. He played with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. He played with Kyrie and Kevin Love. Well, Kevin Love is a white boy, but regardless of the fact, right? He then comes to LA and he plays with Anthony Davis. So his co-stars have always been black. AD, Kyrie, D Wade. So now y'all drop this cracker, excuse me, this white boy on the team. And yes, do we have an issue with this? Yes. And the reason why is because he's just not that good. It just is what it is. Shout out to GD with the $5 super chat.
LeBron fans.
He said, how do you diminish the role of an all-time great who finished 6th in MVP voting and was second-team All-NBA to a third wheel so a lesser player can win MVP? This is what the whites do. This is what they do to us. It is what it is. Shout out to King J. What's going on, man? You said, wasn't LeBron trying to trade Kyrie? I mean, I don't know the story, right? They say that's the case or whatever it is. And even if he was trying to trade Kyrie, so what? So? I mean, even if he was trying to trade him, like, so? That's not Kyrie's job. You're not the GM. LeBron is. And that's the problem with Kyrie. This is why it didn't work out in Brooklyn. If you guys remember, he was trying to run Brooklyn. This is why it didn't work out with him in Brooklyn, because he wanted to have full control of the team as if he was LeBron. Nigga, nobody's going to hand you the keys to a team and you're 6 feet tall. So he took offense to that. That's why he sabotaged the situation in Cleveland, and that's why he sabotaged the situation in Boston, and that's why he sabotaged the situation in Brooklyn. Because he wanted to be the guy. And then when LeBron came, he was relegated to the second option, so he was butthurt about it. He goes to Boston, same thing. He goes to Brooklyn. They put Kevin Durant on a higher pedestal than they did Kyrie. They didn't even want Kyrie unless they were going to get Kevin Durant first. So he's been bitter about that. He's a hater. I keep trying to tell y'all, he's a Kobe fan. That's all Kobe niggas do is hate. That's it. That's all Kobe niggas do is hate. All the Kobe fanboys on YouTube, what do they do every day? Hate. That's all they do. All Kobe fans do is hate. They take on the mentality of their idol, Kobe. Kobe was a hater, so all they do is hate. Look at Jason Tatum. He's a Kobe fan, right? He's a hater. He saw Jaylen Brown was in the MVP race. He saw Jaylen Brown had the Celtics rolling, second seed in the East. Now he want to rush himself back from an Achilles injury. You're a hater. Sit out, nigga. You come on, dude. They're rolling. They don't even need you. And now you want to come back because Jaylen Brown getting some love now? He's a hater. Kyrie hater. Jason Tatum hater. All the Kobe fans are haters. They're all haters. It is what it is. Shout out to Top Fly High. What's going on, man? You said Luka's race has nothing to do with it. For me, he's not an elite all-around player. He's a good scorer only. He's not even a good scorer. Shooting 30 times a night, I'm sorry, that's unnecessary. I don't care what anybody says. So like I said, back to Luka. The problem that LeBron fans have with Luka that we didn't have with Dwayne Wade, we didn't have with Kyrie, and we didn't have with Anthony Davis, he's just simply not that good. And the Puka fans don't want to acknowledge that. They don't. They think we're just hating on him because he's a white boy. Now, like I said, does him being white play a role? Yes, it does. And we're not apologizing for it anymore. Respectfully. I'm tired of having to apologize to the whites when y'all are the racist ones. So it's only okay for y'all to be racist? I'm trying to figure this out. So it's okay when y'all are racist, And y'all want to keep things amongst yourselves, but it's not okay when we want to keep things amongst ourselves. No, we never wanted you over here. I liked Luka better when he was in Dallas, away from me and my GOAT. Now that y'all have brought him and dropped him over here and inserted him into our business and what we had going on, you're goddamn right. I don't like him, and I don't like this. We never asked for him. That's the problem. Y'all wonder why we're upset, because we didn't ask for this. We're LeBron fans.
LeBron fans.
We didn't ask for him. We didn't need him. We didn't want him. We weren't thinking about him. And then randomly on February 1st, 2025, you just put him on our team and then told us to be happy with it. No, I'm not happy. I've never been happy with it, and I'm not ever going to be happy with it. We didn't ask for no white boy. We already had one that we were trying to get rid of. And then you brought on another one. And then you think niggas is going to be happy? I mean, make it make sense. We already had a white boy that we couldn't stand. And his name was Aston Reeves. Now y'all bring another white boy. Shit don't make no sense, man. Like, seriously. And then y'all want to force it on us and make us like it. No, we don't gotta like this shit just because y'all want us to like it. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. Straight up. Chat, am I telling the truth? Can we finally just tell the whites what it really is, chat? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of pandering. I'm tired of pandering to them. I'm gonna tell them like it is at this point. Why is it only okay when they're racist towards us? We can't be racist towards them? Make it make sense. They have no problems telling us where we're not wanted. They have no problem saying they don't want to live next to us and they don't want us around, but we can't tell y'all that we don't want y'all around? Fuck out of here. We never wanted Austin Reeves and Luka. So no, nobody's happy with this situation. LeBron isn't happy. We're not happy. LeBron fans aren't happy. Nobody's happy. Take the white boys back to the small market teams where they came from. It is what it is. Shout out to Ty Austin. What's going on, man? I'm tired. No, listen, I'm just tired of pandering. I am. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of pandering to these people. Like, nobody asked for this shit. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? He said, I have Luka fatigue. Exactly. Thank you. He's been here 1 year and we're exhausted. We have to watch this nigga every game shoot 30 shots a game. And niggas think this is basketball. I've never seen a LeBron James teammate take 30 shots a night. But let them tell it we're just hating on him for no reason because he's some white boy. No, that is a reason why we don't like him either, because he's white. He's slow. And this is the problem with all the whites. Let me tell y'all the problem with the whites. They're slow. They're unathletic. Think the Joker. Think Austin Reeves. Think Luka. Those are some white boys that come off the top of my head. They all have the same characteristics. None of them play any defense at all. Like, they're literally physically inadequate to even play defense. They can't even slide their feet. They're slow. None of them are athletic at all. Can't jump over a piece of paper. Can't guard a parked car. They all have the same characteristics. So yes, we have white fatigue. I'm sorry. We're tired of y'all. Luka and Reeves are a cancer to what we're trying to accomplish as LeBron fans.
LeBron fans.
They are a cancer to our goals. So why would you think that we would be happy having y'all? Make it make sense, folks.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
I gonna tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right?
What?
That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespected the bitch.
You said Flag is different. Yeah, he's all right. He'll be all right. I don't know if I have 10 years to wait on Cooper Flag though. I'll probably be done watching basketball by the time he start. That nigga's only 19? He ain't going to be good till about 20, 27, 28. He ain't going to start winning if he wins till then. You said AC won a championship playing defense on the opposing team's best player and guarded the Joker? Yeah, Alex Caruso was cool. So, folks, back to Luka and this MVP race, folks. I told you guys. To me, I think the other guys, Wembanyama, obviously, SGA, and the rest of these guys, I think they all have better cases, folks. What do you guys think? I mean, do you guys think the media is being unfair? Do you guys think Luka actually deserves to be a front runner for the MVP award? I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. If I'm being honest with you guys, I think Jaylen Brown should be higher than Luka. I think Cade Cunningham should be higher than Luka. Luka should be about 7th or 8th on this list, man. And like I said, to me, the stat padding is so egregious that it's almost like, should he even be in the conversation at all? Because I don't know of anybody that just shoots as many shots as he does, man. That's my only issue with it. It's like the stat padding is so egregious. It's almost like, dude, do you even deserve to even be in this conversation? And then, we talked about this yesterday. The dude is 1 for 9 against the top 4 teams in the NBA. See, at least with Wemby's beaten the Thunder 4 times this year. So that makes sense. Like, if Wemby and SGA are competing for the MVP trophy, you have to give Wemby a huge consideration because he's beaten the Thunder multiple times this year. 4 times. Luka, we lost to the Thunder. He got clapped by like 30. I think we lost that game by like 29. And then Luka, he only had 19 points? He was 7 for 20, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line in that game. It's like, how can you realistically even make an argument for Luka? There really isn't a realistic argument, in my opinion. And this is coming from somebody that watches him every night. Like I said, I'm not upset that LeBron James is being reduced. We've seen LeBron take a lesser role playing next to other guys plenty of times. When LeBron went to Miami, he took a lesser role. When he went to Cleveland to play with Kyrie and Kevin Love, he took a lesser role. You have to take a lesser role when you're playing with other great players and you're trying to compete to win. So that's not my issue. My issue is him. It's really just Luka. Luka's my issue. I don't have a problem. LeBron is 41. I've got no problems with LeBron playing with somebody that's in his prime and can carry a bigger load. My issue is your style of play, the fact that you have to ball hog from your teammates just to put up these points every night. My issue is also the fact that you can't beat the guys that are ahead of you in the MVP race. You can't beat them. So that's where I'm at with it, folks. We got this dude, Clown Man Bino. He came through with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Clown.
LeBron fans.
Gonna have me on a late night mission, pulling up.
You said ball hog Luka will get exposed come first round, and Aston's time is up too. First round exit. Oh, now you finally decided you wanted to make some sense, huh, Clown Man Bino? Okay. You said channel of hate. Well, listen, dude, call it what you want, dude. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I can only tell you my truth, dude. So if my truth comes off as hate to you, I want to say I do apologize. I do. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry that I grew up watching the greatest player to ever play the sport, and I'm spoiled. And now that you're forcing me to watch trash, I'm sorry, I have to speak up and speak out about it. I can't just sit back and watch this trash and be nice about it. I just can't do it. So seriously, can you like at least look at it from my perspective? Can you empathize with me as a LeBron fan?
LeBron fans.
Seriously. Put yourself in my shoes. Imagine you're 8 years old and the year is 2002 and you turn on the TV to watch the Jordan Brand Classic game, and there's some kid and they're saying he's going straight to the league and his name is LeBron James. Put yourself in my shoes, dude. Imagine turning on ESPN and you're watching a 18-year-old LeBron James at St. Vincent St. Mary's dominating. Put yourself in my shoes, dude. This is what I grew up on, man. This is all I know. From the time that I was an adolescent child to now I'm a grown man. I will admit, chat, I am a spoiled NBA fan. I am. I will admit that. I grew up watching the greatest player to ever play the sport, LeBron James. So now you want me to like be happy with Puka? You want me to be happy? Nigga, I can't be happy. I physically can't. When are you guys going to start empathizing with me? When are you guys going to start to put yourself in my shoes? When are you guys going to start to understand my plight as a LeBron fan?
LeBron fans.
That's y'all problem, man. Y'all only want to look at things from your vantage point. When are you going to put yourself in my shoes? I grew up watching greatness. Here we are 25 years later. And you got me watching fucking Luka Doncic? Chat, I grew up watching greatness. And now they got me watching Luka Doncic. They got me watching a nigga that's pushing 30 and he can't even get an MVP. This nigga's pushing 30 years old. This nigga's on the back half of his career at this point. He's not playing 20 years in this league, man. Let's keep it a buck. You've been in Luka's on the back half of his career. And you still can't get an MVP. And y'all call this greatness? This is pathetic. That's what this is. This is pathetic. So like I said, I don't want to say any names. Doncic. Excuse me, chat. I don't want to say any names. Doncic. I don't want to say any names, folks, but I need my coins, okay? So if you know you owe me some money, we don't want to hear about you being in the ocean. We don't give a shit about that. Now, Don C, you ain't asked me for my Cash App yet. Like I said, your boy is dropping. The season's about to wrap up in less than 10 games, and your boy is dropping in the MVP race. Y'all realize Luka dropped this week, right? He dropped in the rankings. He dropped. He went from 2 to 4. He dropped 2 spots. And Don C still ain't asked me for my goddamn Cash App. Like I said, Don C, it's over. Be a man of your word, man. I gave you plenty. We made this bet last summer. You've had 7-8 months to collect my coins, man. I told you if you need to do some overtime, do what you got to do. You had 7-8 months. I got shit to do, nigga. It's time for me to go get on some hoes, Don C. So I don't want to hear the bullshit. Brazil is waiting on me. All right, we got a clown on the line, folks. All right, what do you got, clown?
Yeah, bro. Someone in the comments said, like, if Luka wasn't on the team, the Lakers would be total ass. Now, do you agree or disagree with that?
What'd you say? Say it again.
If Luka wasn't on the team, do you think the Lakers would be total ass?
So who would be here? Anthony Davis?
No, let's just say that Luka was not on the team.
Well, I mean, if it's just LeBron and
Let's say he got hurt or something.
no, we'd be fine. We'd figure out a way to win games.
So you think we'd be in the same position that we are right now?
Absolutely.
Really?
You asked me a question, I gave you an answer.
Okay, why do you think that? Why do you think that? Because LeBron's gonna be all world again? That's what you think?
Well, he was last year.
He was last year. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he averaged 25 points last year. Okay, that's like 4 more points.
Yeah, he's
than he did.
21 right now. What's your point?
Yeah, 4 more points. Yeah. Okay. So you think he can get it up to where Luka is, 33?
He doesn't need to score. He's never scored that many points in his career. He doesn't need to. That's unnecessary.
Okay. So he would have made these other guys so much better. Like they would be all averaging in the double figures.
Yeah. Why are you asking rhetorical questions that you already know the answer to?
Well, those are what if questions. It's a metaphor.
No, those are rhetorical questions, dude. You know the answer.
No. I don't know the answer to that because you know why? Because you know why I don't know that? Because even with AD, the Lakers were a mediocre team. Mediocre team, bro.
No, they weren't, dude.
Yes, they were. They were first round exits for the first 2 times before Luka got there,
and that was because of,
and even with Russell Westbrook, they were not even a playoff team.
Well, listen, that was because of roster.
So I don't get your logic.
Well, you're not listening. You got to listen to understand me. So,
okay.
Number one, the reason why we were first round exits is because of roster construction, right? You can't put D'Lo and Austin Reeves and Dennis Schroeder around LeBron and Anthony Davis and expect to win a championship. I mean, what are you expecting with when you surround my GOAT with bums? You know, we went from having high-level role players, you know, guys that had went to the finals multiple times. You know, Rajon Rondo. You know, we had number 1 picks, Dwight Howard, right? Like, we went from high-level talent in 2020 to undrafted bums that other teams discarded of. You know, D'Lo, nobody wanted D'Lo. Nobody wanted Austin Reeves. These are bums. Where's D'Lo now? Do you know where D'Lo is now?
Yeah, he's out the league.
What about Dennis Schroeder?
He's with Cleveland.
Right. Is he starting in Cleveland?
No.
Right. But was he starting on the Lakers?
Yeah. You know why he was starting on the Lakers? Because
exactly.
Yeah.
So a player
you know why?
a player that was starting on the Lakers, like D'Lo, like Schroeder, are no longer starting on the other teams that they're on. What does that tell you? They're trash. They should have never been starting over here. Same thing with Reeves. He's trash. He shouldn't be starting. And I've been saying this for well over 3 years now. So that's why we keep losing. We didn't lose because of LeBron and AD. LeBron and AD did their part. It's the other pieces on the roster that are absolute dog shit trash. And that is still the problem plaguing the Lakers today. You surrounded LeBron with unathletic, slow, non-defending white boys. And you're expecting what? What are you expecting? Is my question.
For one thing, to correct you, Dennis Schroeder was on that team that went to the conference finals. Okay, and he did start, and he left the next year, and that's the year we missed the playoffs. I mean, not missed the playoffs. We were a first round exit. Just let you know that.
No.
Secondly,
no.
Yeah,
you're not.
Yes.
You're not letting me know anything. I'm letting you.
Yes,
know.
I did.
No.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know. Dennis Schroeder was starting on the Lakers, and then he goes to other teams, and he's not even starting on other teams. So that
I'm just letting you know that he was on that Western Conference Finals team.
So that goes to show you. That goes to show you. We know he was on the Western Conference team, dude. But that goes to show you the stupidity of the Lakers franchise. They're starting guys that wouldn't even start on other teams. D'Lo's out the league. Just 2 years ago, he was a starter on the Lakers. Reeves is not a starter. I've been saying this for years. He's not a starting caliber player. If you're serious about winning. So you keep talking about, well, why they lose in the first round? Nigga, we lost with Luka too. Because he sucks too. So your argument, I don't even know what you're saying. You know what I mean? None of this makes any sense to me.
Well, you said we lost because of players like Schroeder. I'm just making that point. Well, he was traded. He left that year. We lost in the first round. So when you bring up that dude, you're just wrong about that. But you saying like, okay,
Shut
when it's
your
about
bitch ass up.
Like when LeBron James, like you talking about LeBron James, like he needs help, but Luka, it has to be on him. You're being totally inconsistent right there. Totally inconsistent.
No, it's
not.
No,
you can make that.
No. Here's what you're not understanding, and this is why I say like I'm tired of having to keep explaining this to you niggas, because y'all are grown, and at some point, you know, you're a grown ass man. Like you would think your frontal lobe has like fully developed at this point, but it's like I have to keep reiterating and saying the same shit every day to you niggas. So I'm gonna say this for the last time, dude. I'm not finna keep saying this shit. The reason why more is expected of Luka is because he's never proven anything. See, with LeBron, right? So let's go back to 2023. You want to know why I got up on this show and I blamed everybody else outside of LeBron and AD? Because they've never proven anything. D'Lo's never proven shit. Rui never proved nothing in his career. Austin Reeves never proved nothing. Darvin Ham didn't prove nothing as a coach. Dennis Schroeder never proved nothing. The only guys that had proven themselves and were proven winners and champions was LeBron and Anthony Davis. So now let's fast forward to this version of the Lakers with Luka. The reason I'm more harder on Luka than LeBron is because Luka hasn't proven anything in his career. He's a loser. And y'all niggas want to give him championship credit and he ain't won nothing. It's ridiculous. Only in 2026 do niggas treat losers like they're winners. What has he won? He can't even win the MVP. So like I said, nigga, this is my last time explaining this to you. If you don't get it by now, then you're just an idiot. You're stupid. Why you would even say, oh, well, you're not being fair to Luka because you didn't do this with LeBron. Well, that's your problem. That's your issue. Because you think Luka is on the same level with LeBron. That's your problem. You're stupid. If you think Luka, who's never done anything in his career and he's pushing 30, is on the same level with LeBron James, then you are an idiot. And it really does me no good to even have a conversation as it pertains to basketball with you because you lack basic comprehension skills. So do you understand it now? Yes or no?
No, I still don't understand it because you know why? Because
the fuck off the show.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
I gonna tell you when the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fuck one of my niggas bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas bitches, right? And that's what he fucking do. He fucking disrespectful shit.
LeBron fans.
I don't have time for stupid niggers chat. I don't have time anymore. You got to get off the show, dude. I've explained it to you 20 times already. You niggas still come on this show asking these stupid ass questions as if I'm going to give Luka the same benefit of the doubt that I would give LeBron James. Get the fuck out of here. My GOAT got the monkey off his back in Game 6, 2012. That's when LeBron James proved to me he was a champion. Game 6, 2012. Miami Heat are down 3-2. He goes into Boston and puts up 45, 15, and 5. That's when LeBron proved to me he was a champion. And ever since then, I've never questioned that man. That's 14 years ago. When is Luka going to have that moment? When is he going to have his Game 6 2012 LeBron moment? I'm asking. You're pushing 30. Nigga, you've had way more help than LeBron. Luka's played with Jalen Brunson, franchise player. He's played with Kyrie, NBA champion. He's played with Kristaps Porzingis, lottery pick, franchise player. And you're playing with LeBron James. You've had more help than LeBron even had. And LeBron was still able to do more than you. LeBron in his first stint in Cleveland didn't have none of the help Luka had. In Dallas, they gave him who? Delonte West, a crackhead? Mo Williams? Zydrunas Ilgauskas? Boobie Gibson? Come on, nigga. Get the fuck off the show, gang. Y'all keep talking about a generation. Man, it's nothing about Luka and his game that's generational. He's a generational stat patter is what he is. I'll give him that. He's a generational stat patter. Simple as that. That's what he's great at, stat padding. He's a generational stat padder. He ain't no generational player. He ain't no generational player. I don't know where y'all got that shit from. Like I said, y'all just be giving that out to anybody. Y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all call everybody generational. That's some shit y'all do. Y'all call any Tom, Dick, and Harry a generational talent. Nigga ain't done nothing that generational yet. You know? At least Wemby about to do some shit we ain't seen before. You know what I mean? When the last time we seen a nigga win MVP and DPOY? Who the last nigga to do that? Jordan? We ain't seen a nigga do that in 30 years. That's generational. That's generational. Y'all be calling anybody generational and they ain't did nothing generational. They ain't did shit. That's generational. If Wemby pulls this off, Wemby will be a generational talent, a generational player. He's done something we haven't seen in a generation. Oh, y'all said Giannis did it? Okay. My bad. Phone lines are open. You said LeBron was supposed to win both, but the league stopped that? Yeah, we all know 2013 was a nasty year. These motherfuckers gave DPOY to Mark Gasol. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just insane. Roland said they sabotaged his career. Exactly. That's the difference between Jordan and LeBron. Jordan, they hyped him up. LeBron, they brought him down. They sabotaged him. That's the difference. So, like I said, folks, tonight, Fakers take on the Nets, man. Who y'all got, man? Who y'all got, man? I'm gonna take a wild guess, chat, and I'm gonna say the Fakers are gonna win the game tonight, chat. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Fakers are going to win the game tonight. Obviously, aren't the Nets tanking? Am I not mistaken, chat? Aren't the Nets tanking? Aren't they trying to get a draft pick? The Nets suck, man. You said the gentrificators. They want to turn the team over to white boys that can't win shit. You say Kwame's an idiot? Yeah, he is, man. He's very stupid, man. You know, he just dumbs down the conversation with this trolling shit. You know, he's not the first to do it either. You know, we always have clowns that call in to like do this goofy shit. You know what I mean? Play contrarian, be an idiot. You know, just dirty up the show and be a complete goofball.
You can't just go try to find any player that's 6'10" and say be the center. There's certain qualities that the center is going to need playing next to AD. To me, I would be knocking on the door of the Clippers. I would have been knocking on the door for PJ Tucker.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope or Austin Reeves?
Right now, I take Austin.
If you're telling me that you believe that Austin Reeves is a better all-around player than Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I can't take you seriously.
The same energy that you put into a half an hour of hating on Austin Reeves, I want you to put that same half hour on saying how he cooked Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's all I'm asking for. Because I asked you asked me a question. I answered your question. So when I asked you said that I'm crazy, that we can't go any further. So then I asked you why. What metric? You still haven't answered my question. What metric are you going to tell me factually where Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is better this season right now?
fanhood, there's levels in fanhood. You a fanboy because you don't represent the hood, you represent the player. So don't pretend that representing a player and representing a team is the same thing. So watch your fanboy mouth anytime you vlog on my name. Let's slow it down.
Like I said, chat, Kwame is not the first clown to come through the show. He won't be the last. You know, we've had numerous clowns that have come and went, man. You know, it just is what it is. So yeah.
I went in the locker room trying to show him love. He dissed me. He threw shade at me. I'm like, what the fuck I do? You feel me? Like, if you he played half the clip. His little minions over here trashing me and shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then he said I'm trying to cloud chase off him. Cloud chase off you? Nigga, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you?
And the goofballs that say they're LeBron, no, you're not a LeBron James fan. Hey, all the people on this chat, if anybody bring up the other players, they not a LeBron James fan. So we cutting them out. We the real LeBron James fans.
Facts.
We the real, hey, everybody on here, we the real LeBron James fan. That goofball on the other channel, excuse my French, he's a D-head. I ain't gonna say the word. He a D-head. He's not a LeBron James fan. He just trying to get likes. If I was y'all, I would not follow him because he a goofball.
Let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about Scam. I know you,
man. That's his name, Darwin Scam. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. I hate to tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys gotta stop thinking of mediocre. The dude, now you already got on one channel, they say the players are trash on his one channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about you right now, the locker room. He said all the players are trash.
I got a question for you because you talk about 6-0. You talk about 6-0 all day and night.
You want to answer my questions, though.
Hold on. What team did Jordan face that was better than those Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant?
Hold on.
Answer the question, because people are getting restless now. Answer the question. We got to go ahead and wrap this up, man.
That's a force. Listen, I'm going to explain to you. That's a false equivalency. You know why?
You see what they do, Chad? You see what they do, Chad? Now it's a false equivalency. Answer the question.
Why are you? Hold on. That's a false equivalency because we have to judge them on what they did to their competition in their era. You cannot compare the team that Jordan faced, and this is the problem that bronzesexuals get. They want to compare their finals opponents
Shut your
with
bitch
each
ass
other.
up.
Like I said, I'm gonna ask it again.
No. You
No.
can't. Stop comparing the eras. Stop that. That's a false equivalency. You can't do that.
You see what they do, chat? Now, when he was rattling off all of Jordan's accomplishments and all of his MVPs and all of his finals MVPs, I let him eat. But when I ask him a question, you know what he does? He deflects and says, "No, don't ask me that." This is what they do.
But
this
I'm
is
not
what they
deflecting
do.
because you're
Answer
not making
the
any
question.
sense.
Answer
You
the
wanna
question.
compare- you wanna
Answer
compare
the question. What team did Jordan face in the finals, Mr. 6-0, that was better than the Warriors with Kevin Durant? It's a simple question. What team was it? Was it the Bulls? Was it the Jazz? Was it the Suns? Who was it? Was it the Lakers?
That was a bad question. You cannot answer that question.
You see what he's doing?
Now
it's a bad question. Bro,
because it doesn't make sense.
Go to bed, bro. Go to bed.
It doesn't make sense.
Go to bed.
It doesn't make sense.
Go to bed.
Now it's go to bed. I've been cooking your ass your whole show. Now it's go to bed.
No, because you're not even. Nigga, how you gonna come up talking about you cooking and you're not even answering my fucking question?
So hold on.
What you cooking?
Hold on.
What are you cooking?
So hold on. LeBron didn't have competition.
No. Stop deflecting and answer the question or go to bed. Who did Jordan play that was better than the KD and Golden State Warriors?
You're not going to bait me on a question that's baseless, bro. I've been doing this for too long. That doesn't make sense.
So you're not going to answer the question, are you?
Your question makes no sense.
Are you going to answer the question, yes or no?
It's
a yes or no question.
Well, because you're talking, but then you're not making any sense.
Are you going to answer the question, yes or no?
Nigga's so good, but keep complaining about the Golden State Warriors.
Are you going to answer the question, yes or no?
Your question doesn't make sense.
Yes or no?
Ask me a question that makes sense. I have no problem answering it.
This makes perfect sense to a nigga that's got half a brain. But clearly, like I said, you're struggling to answer this question. Who did Jordan play that was better than the... Okay, fuck it. Fuck the Warriors. Who did Jordan play that was better than the San Antonio Spurs with 4 Hall of Famers on the damn roster? Who did he play?
The 96 Sonics?
The fuck off the show, man. Fuck off the show, dog. This goofball nigga said the 96 Sonics. Man, get off the show, dog. All right, Don C, give me 1 second. We got Jay with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Jay, man. Appreciate you.
LeBron fans.
You say shout out to the realest pod on the tube. Long live King James. We got Don C. Don C, are you there, dude?
What's going on, Reggie? And I would agree with the guy that just gave a super chat. This is the realest pod out here. So I would agree with that. Now let's get to business. Luka fans aren't crashing out over this, Reggie. I think your headline, your thumbnail is a little disingenuous. I'm gonna be honest with you, because last week in that same poll, because I sent it to you and you didn't have nothing to say, he was 2 in that same poll last week. This week he's 4, which is fine with me. That tells me that it's a fluid situation, because you swore off that this whole thing was over with. Wemby was 3 in that same poll last week. Now Wemby's 1. So that tells me that this is a very fluid situation. You got 4 legitimate, maybe even 5 legitimate MVP candidates: SGA, Luka, Wemby, Jaylen Brown, and Nikola Jokic. So I feel I'm in a very good position right now to win our bet, because Luka has and SGA has 2 matchups coming this week against each other. Or is it this week or next week? Yeah, I believe it's this week. And both of those games are going to be on national TV. They're going to be nationally televised games. Everybody's going to be watching it. It's going to have playoff type intensity, and it's going to be the moments that decide this MVP race down the stretch. So I'm not crashing out. I feel like I'm in a very good position, because again, 2 last week. Wemby was 3 last week. He moved up to 1 this week. It's very fluid. It's going to come down to the moments. And I believe, as I've been saying, I called this to the T, Reggie. I said Luka's about to go on a hot streak, which he did. I called it. So you have to give me my credit on that. I said he's about to go on a hot streak. Boom. He raises his stock in the MVP race, and now it's a legitimate race amongst 4, maybe 5 contenders. And at the end of the season, it's going to be about the moments that people see. And I believe Luka's going to roll in Oklahoma City and kick SGA's ass like he normally does. And everybody's going to be watching it. And he's going to do a step back threes, and it's going to be over Chet, and it's going to be for a game winner type stuff. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Luka's amazing. And that's what's going to happen, Reggie. And it's going to, and I feel like if anybody's crashing out, Reggie, I think it's you. Because I didn't call in I wasn't able to call in last night. No, Reggie. Hold on. I feel like you're actually crashing out about this because you did not see this coming. You did not see Luka being in this position at this time of the season for MVP, and that's what's happening. I'm just saying.
Don
You
C.
my guy. You my guy, but I gotta be honest, Reggie. I feel like you crashing out a little bit.
Don C. Give me 1
Go
second,
ahead.
man. Shout out to St. Matthew with the $5 super chat.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
He said Luka hasn't proven he can win an MVP award, let alone win a championship. Shout out to St. Matthew. Now let me address Don C. I want to make sure you're done though, Don C, because I want to be able to go completely uninterrupted. So are you done, or do you have anything else to add?
Go ahead and cook. I'll mute up.
Okay. So Don C, me and you made a bet last summer, okay, that Luka Doncic wasn't going to win the MVP. I said he wasn't going to win the MVP. You said that he was. Okay. Here we are almost in April. Okay. And Luka is now 4th in the MVP race, right? With like less than 10 games to go. Don C, you're a grown man. I'm a grown man, right? We're not little kids here. It's time we start to be a little bit realistic and live in reality for at least the duration of this call. Okay. If Luka Doncic played like an MVP this season and deserved the MVP, and if the race was close, Reggie from the locker room would be up here saying it. The reality, Don C, is that Luka hasn't played to the level of a SGA, a Wemby, a Jaylen Brown, a Cade Cunningham, right? He hasn't played to that level this season. I didn't have anything to do with that. That was all on Luka, okay? So once again, going into, the next 9-10 games, if Luka was number 1 on the rankings, I'd be nervous, right? If Luka was number 2, I'd be a little bit nervous. Don C, Luka's fallen to number 4 now. So with less than 10 games to go, it's pretty much over. Like, there's really no way, if I'm being honest with you, and once again, I'm being fair with you as a man, I don't see a way that Luka can win the MVP. I just don't see it. It's not really close at this point. Now, like I said, if he was the favorite, you'd have a good chance. I'd be a little bit nervous. If he was second, you'd have a good chance to win. I'd be a little bit nervous. Don C, he's in 4th place right now. I'm not nervous at all. The only thing that I'm nervous about is when I'm going to get my payment from you. That's the only thing that I'm nervous about at this point. I'm not nervous about this bet anymore. The bet is over. So now my only questions would be is when can I expect my payment and by what method? Are we talking Cash App, Zelle? What are we talking here?
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, if I lose, we can go Apple Pay or Venmo. Those are probably my two. Oh, you said Zelle. Zelle is I can do Zelle as well. Those would be my 3 forms of payment. I can't do the Cash App. Cash App is a joke. Now, you're saying that you would be nervous if he was 1, 2. Well, technically he's 3. If you look at the odds, he's actually.
Don C, are you there? Are you good?
Yeah, my bad, man. I'll be getting phone calls like when I'm on here, and I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. You said that you would be nervous if he was one or two. Well, the odds, you're going off the MVP ladder. If you actually look at the odds, he's actually third in the odds. So he's really three. But again, Reggie, how do you correlate the fact that he was two on that same list just last week? If he hadn't played at any MVP level all year, he was two on the same exact list, the list that you championed the most, the MVP ladder. He was two on that list just last week. Is that correct? Or did I make that up?
Yeah, he was on. He was number 2. Yeah.
Right. So the next week, because they're doing the MVP ladder based off of what they're seeing in real time. So he moved up to 2 because he was, I believe he was 4 the week before he moved up to 2. So they're just going off of what they see in real time, which is fine.
So they update the list every week, right?
Correct.
Right. And how many weeks are left?
You got what, 2 weeks left of the regular season?
Right. So I'm feeling very confident that he's dropping with 2 weeks to go. I mean,
but again, Reggie, remember, he's got 2 games against Oklahoma City this week. This week. He's got 2 games against Oklahoma City this week.
But once again, you're operating under the premise that SGA is the front runner right now. According to the NBA.com, SGA is number 2 now.
But in the odds, SGA is 1. He's still 1 in the odds.
So once again, NBA.com puts out a list. You're going based on a betting company.
Reggie, the MVP ladder is one guy that makes up the list. It's not everybody's opinion. That's one guy. That's one guy. I'll look at it. It's one dude that makes up that list. That's his opinion in real time, which is fine. I believe he has an MVP vote. But that's his opinion in real time. And Vegas is way more accurate on that stuff than anything. You know that. They're way more accurate.
Okay, well, let's just say hypothetically you're absolutely right. He's still third.
Okay, he's third. He's third with basically the same odds as Wemby, who's right above him.
Wemby is plus 250. Luka is plus 1200. So no, not the same at all.
Okay, well, you're right. That's not the same odds. Wemby does have he has better odds than Luka in the current moment.
But again, we're not going to play Wemby anymore. So how can he surpass Wemby? We're not going to play Wemby again.
He can surpass Wemby because the guy that's sitting in first place, he plays twice this week.
Okay, so let's just say hypothetically he beats SGA twice. So now he gets the second?
I believe he would. I believe because again, what marquee games is going to be out of sight, out of mind. Again, Reggie, I'm working off the premise of Luka was 2 last week. He moved to 4 this week. So they're going off what they see in real time. The person that does the MVP ladder is going off what he sees in real time. What national televised games does Wemby have coming up down the stretch?
I don't know.
They don't play Oklahoma City anymore. They don't play the Lakers anymore.
But once again, Don C, you're operating under the assumption that these games against OKC are going to be valued in the eyes of the voters when it's not. That's a narrative you came up with in your mind. They're going to go based on the totality of the season, not off of 2 games. And if we're being honest, Don C, if we're being honest, the first time, all SGA has to do is beat Luka 1 time and outplay him 1 time because he already beat his ass the first time they played him. So the only way you would have a chance is if the Lakers beat OKC twice. And you and I both know that's not going to happen. So
I don't
it's
see why that.
basically over.
I don't see why that can't happen. The Lakers.
Okay,
They
hold on.
play.
Stop, real quick, Don C. Do you agree with what I just said though?
I think we're saying the same thing. I'm going off the premise of Luka has to win that matchup convincingly. But the reason, if he does
both games,
we're in alignment on that. Again,
so Don C. Here's what you got to realize though. I'm not saying right. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying Luka has to dominate the Thunder because the first time we played the Thunder, they beat us by 29. Luka got held to 19 points on 7 of 20 from the field and 1 of 7 from the three-point line. And I think SGA dropped 30. So Luka would have to basically do that to SGA. He would have to beat him by damn near 30. SGA would have to play terribly bad, and Luka would have to play amazingly well. Let's be realistic.
All
that's
Luka
not going to happen.
Is do what he did to Oklahoma City last year. That's it. If he does,
you're still talking about last year. You're still talking about last year.
Reggie, did the Thunder win the championship last year? Did they win the championship last year, or did I miss something?
Yeah, they did, but I don't know what that has to do with this year.
Okay, the Lakers are better this year than they were last year.
So why did y'all get smacked by 30 then? So why did they get smacked by 30 the first game?
They weren't playing good at the beginning of the season, Reggie. Again, totality.
So now they weren't playing good, but everybody's been telling me the whole year that the Lakers played better when LeBron James was out with sciatica.
When did I say that? I never said that.
Come on, gang.
You never heard me say that.
Man. Now they were playing.
That's cap,
chat.
Reggie.
The whole world been saying. Chat. The whole world been saying the Lakers were balling without LeBron when he was dealing with sciatica. Now Don C wants us to believe that they were playing bad. No, they just got their asses beat by OKC. That's all.
Reggie, the Lakers are you just said yesterday when you were talking to Brandon that the Lakers are playing better right now than they were at the beginning of the season. Yes or no? You just said it yesterday yourself. What are you talking about? You cannot have that both ways, Reggie. Are they playing better right now than they were earlier in the season? Are they playing better defense? Yes. Because again, Reggie, you're the same guy in the offseason when we started this bet. You didn't like the Marcus Smart move. You didn't like the DeAndre Ayton move.
No, I didn't like the Marcus Smart move. I didn't like the Marcus Smart move if he was going to come off the bench. I made that be known. And
you did say that. That's fair.
They did put him in the starting lineup. Now, I didn't like the DA move, and I didn't like all the other moves. But, Don C,
But you have recently admitted that you think that those guys have gotten better over the season. You did a whole stream about Luka has no excuses because he has help now. Well, Reggie, all that's developed over the year. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Don C, here's what I'm trying to tell you. You're trying to make it seem like the reason the Lakers lost to OKC earlier in the year was because of they were playing bad. No, Luka and Reeves got their asses beat. That's why we lost.
So did they get their asses beat on Christmas by Houston?
Don C, what does Houston have to do with the conversation?
Because I'm about to get to it. They got their asses because they were not playing that good then. They got destroyed on Christmas by Houston. And then what did they just recently do to Houston? Because they're playing a lot better.
Right, but Houston's also taken a step back with the Kevin Durant files and the burner account and all that.
I mean, I can't disagree with you.
So you can't leave out context.
Okay. What about Denver?
What about them, Don C? They're not a top 4 team. The Lakers record versus the top 4 teams in the NBA is 1-9.
So, Reggie, so when the season's over with, because you do understand right now, the Lakers have the 5th best record. You do understand that. And they're only, I think, a game and a half behind, one game and a half behind Boston. So you do realize when the season's over with, because I'm just looking at the Lakers schedule, they're going to have more wins than Boston. So, like, what does that really mean? Like, ultimately, what does that really mean? So then Boston goes to they'll be the 5th seed. I mean, they'll have the 5th best record.
What's Luka's record versus Boston since the finals in 2024?
It's probably not the greatest. I don't know. I'm not even sure if he. I'm not sure if he lost to them twice this year. I don't remember what he did last year. No, they got beat last year when Luka. One time he was with the Lakers. I don't know what he did when he was with the Mavericks. If they even played Boston. But again,
what's the record, Doncic?
I just said he probably has not beat them.
0-4.
He probably hasn't beat them.
0-4.
But at the end of the day, like ultimately, again, Denver's a really good team. You keep bringing up this top 4 team. Denver's a really good team. You know that.
Are they better than OKC?
No.
Are they better than the Spurs?
If they play, if I had to pick that in a series, I'm probably gonna roll with Denver, and a lot of people are probably gonna roll with Denver.
Okay. Well, like I said, me personally, Don C.
I would obviously pick them over Detroit, and I would also pick Denver over Boston too. So I mean, again, just because you're seeded, like who cares about what your seed is? How are you playing the game of basketball right now? The Lakers are playing good, hence they got destroyed by Houston on Christmas, and they gave Houston that work last week, or 2 weeks ago. Like they're playing good right now. And Luka moved up to 2 on that MVP ladder based off of what he did against Houston, what he did against Denver. That's what happened. That was just last week, Reggie.
So okay. So let me ask you this. So let's just say, because here's what I believe. I believe if SGA and the Thunder just win one of the games against the Lakers, it's over.
I agree with you.
Okay,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Okay, so once that happens. When can I expect the payment? Because
if Luka does not win those 2 games, I told you that. I said I would concede. I had already said that.
So that's what I'm waiting for. It's just those last 2 games. Now you're not answering the question. You're not. You're saying I concede.
I just said yes. I said I will concede, meaning I will pay my pay my debt.
You're stuttering
of the bet.
So once that so let's just say, because they play them twice. So let's just say the first game the Lakers get their asses beat, right?
It's over.
It's over. Okay.
It's
and
over.
then I can hit you up, and then you won't go ghost, right?
You can send your request. And I will send that back to you in 2 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. We got Top Fly High. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's up, Don Steve?
What up, my guy? Real quick before you go.
Get that money up there, baby.
my pocket's straight. Let me ask you a question, Reggie. Reggie, real quick before you go, Top Fly.
No,
Reggie,
go ahead.
Real quick. So if Luka then does what I say is going to happen, how is that going to make you feel?
Still, I won't feel no type of way, because that's only in your mind, where you have this narrative that those 2 games are going to decide it. In my mind, those 2 games aren't going to decide it.
But it's not just me though, Reggie. I've sent you clips of multiple people saying how they feel Luka is in the MVP race right now.
He's in the race, but he's number 3 and number 4.
But Reggie, remember the context. They're saying, all these people are saying Wemby was 3 last week. Now he's 1. So they're saying this is a tight race between these 4 people. Really, these 3 individuals. Let's go Wemby, Luka, SGA. This is a tight race.
Right.
Wemby,
so here's
Luka and SGA got the national TV presence down the stretch. That's a recency bias type situation.
Don C,
would you agree with that?
Don C, you need so many things to go right for you. So not only does Luka need to thoroughly outplay SGA and beat the Thunder in the last 2 times they play,
which he's done a lot. He's done a lot in his career, by the way.
SGA and Wemby have to also fall off of a cliff. You didn't take that into consideration either. Okay, so let's just say Luka plays well down the stretch of the season. That doesn't mean that Wemby's gonna fall off. That doesn't mean SGA's gonna fall off.
But here's the difference, Reggie. Luka and SGA are going to be playing head to head while everybody's watching. Okay. And they're already saying this is close. You know how this goes, Reggie.
But SGA's already beat him once, though. So all he got to do is just beat him one more time. He'll have those seasons.
Sure, but again, historically speaking, Luka owns that nigga. Like, I got to acknowledge, you want me. No, it's not. It's a fact.
LeBron fans.
These are facts. It's not my opinion.
said
Come
Luka
These are
on,
facts.
dog.
Luka.
Like you just say the wildest shit.
What am I saying is wild?
That's
Historically
wild.
speaking, Luka, dude, I live in Oklahoma City. Luka is he's the most hated player in this city.
I'm just
They
trying to.
hate
What
Luka
I'm trying to
Doncic
figure out.
because Luka
But
Doncic
I'm just
historically
trying to.
destroys that
This
team.
this this is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out. You think that Luka has a case because of the winning streak that the Lakers have gone on? Is that your case?
He's had a really good season. That's why he has a
No,
case.
I'm just saying.
He's
But
had a
when you
really good season.
but
Like that's why he has the case.
the Thunder have had the best season because I mean even though if you even try to when you talk about the Lakers going on to nine when they won like nine straight and everything, San Antonio has won nine straight. You know, when you look at the standings out of the last 10 games, Oklahoma City, the Spurs, and the Lakers are 9-1 in the last 10 games. So I'm just trying to figure out
I'm
how can you boost Luca up over the top of that when they both winning?
Here's the
We
difference
all know
between me and y'all. Here's the difference
but
between me and y'all. Y'all are acting like Luka's not even supposed to be in the conversation, which obviously
I
he
know
is.
nobody ever said that, but there's other players in the league that are playing better. Because
They're
one
all
team is
playing. You're saying better. They're all playing really good.
but
I'm not gonna say.
listen,
I'm not
do
gonna
you
say that one is playing better than the other. What I'm saying is right now, because it's so tight. Again, then explain to me how he was 2 last week and Wemby was 3 last week, but now
because
Wemby's 1.
because Wemby is 2 games back from passing OKC. The Lakers ain't
Exactly.
in that position.
That
Do you know that do you know that OKC got 57 wins? San Antonio got 55. The Lakers way back at 47. The
Sure,
reason
but
why
they're going to
Wemby
be
is
north of. They're going to be north of. They're going to be north of 50 wins by the time the season is over with.
who the Lakers.
That yes, the Lakers. That's not so. It's not the Lakers probably going to end up with 54, 55 wins. Like I don't care about that. That's not the point. We're talking about this is an individual award based
They
off of some
normally
team's success.
they normally give it to the top team.
That's not true. That's just
When
not
it, when the
factually true.
I'm saying when the player is not playing well. When the players are not playing well, then, maybe so, but no, you can't. Come on, isn't it? And I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it Luca and SGA is for I mean points per games?
Yeah, Luka's going to win the scoring title.
Okay, so SGA right behind him, right?
He's right behind him.
Right, but I mean, you can't dispute that. I'd be
I'm not
surprised
saying
if
that. I'm not saying y'all are the ones that say I'm not knocking SGA. Y'all are like, oh, he's so much. No, he's not. No, he's not so much. If he was so much better, again, why was he number 2 in the MVP ladder just last week? Reggie's favorite source when it comes to the MVP is the MVP ladder.
have you watched
Luka
Wemby?
Doncic last week. They updated every week. I don't know if you know this. They updated every week because Reggie taught me this, by the way, a month ago. They updated every week. That same stat or that same poll, Luka was 2 just last week. The
Now he's
reason why he
4.
moved up to 2 last week was because of how he was playing while people were watching. He had
So
nationally
did
televised games that influenced the general public on, oh my God, Luka, look what he's doing. 40 ball,
so
50 ball, 60 ball.
did he move up or did he go down in the new poll?
He went down. He went down 2
That's
spots.
what I'm
And Wemby went up 2 spots. Wemby was
But I
3 in the
mean,
same one last week.
but you know why the Joker's back up there? Because they one game behind the Lakers.
Sure.
So
And the
that's
Lakers have already, so if we're going off of based off of that scenario, the Lakers have already won the season series over the Denver Nuggets, correct?
I
They
mean,
already own the tiebreaker. So
that's only that only matters if they tied at the end of the season. So that really don't even matter. If Denver had got more wins than the Lakers, then that don't even matter.
yeah, but the Lakers have a pretty much a cupcake schedule down the stretch. They really just got Oklahoma City left. That's it.
Right. I agree
The
with
Lakers
that.
are gonna win. The Lakers are gonna win probably about 54 to 55 games. So again, at the end of the day, Luka Doncic is in a very prime position because he has those 2 primetime games against SGA, where everybody's going to be watching. And if he does what he does to Oklahoma City most of the time, which is destroy them niggas, y'all are going to come on this stream and be I can already see it. I can already see it. I can see the play that Reggie's going to run. Whoop-de-doo. Go ahead and hit the Young Thug drop, Reggie. I can already see the play.
Well, hold on, but Don, how could you say that when they got blown out early in the season by OKC? You just think they're just gonna
Dude,
walk in? Let me
I
ask the
do.
question though. Where did they
I do.
play? Because I'm not sure. Where did they play the last OKC? Did they play in LA or did they play in OKC?
That was in Oklahoma City. They got one game.
Okay.
They'll have one in LA. Down the stretch, they'll have one in LA, and they'll have one here. The one here is
But the
this week,
one,
I think, on the first
but the
in
first
Oklahoma
one they
City.
played, but the first one they played was where in OKC.
It was here in Oklahoma City. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yes. And this one, so when they play the next one, where to be in late? It be in LA.
The next one will be here in Oklahoma City, and then the final one will be in LA.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Don.
And
See, I think
again,
you sure.
listen again. Go look at the numbers. Luka, again, he destroys his team. I'm telling you, I know Thunder fans. I live in Oklahoma City. He's the number one hated player on their list. They hate that guy because he kills them every time, and he talks bad about him while he does it. So all that shit that the Thunder be doing, the reason why last time I checked, the last team to beat the Thunder in the playoffs was the Dallas Mavericks, led by Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. The stuff that the Thunder do don't be affecting Luka. They defense don't be affecting Luka. Them niggas is not
That's
that
all.
big.
They different. They different now. It's a different squad now. They champions now. So I mean, they got a taste of it, so they know how to
Okay,
play.
they won a championship last year. In the two games that Luka played on the Lakers, they killed them, and both of those games was in Oklahoma City. The Lakers destroyed them in the first game. The second game, the Lakers was beating their ass, and then they threw Luka out of the game in the fourth quarter with a bogus technical foul. Other than that, he destroyed them niggas last year too.
No, hey, Don. See, I agree with you on that though. I agree with you on that last season.
Hey
But
Don
I
C,
just think it's go ahead.
can you see the graphic?
I can see it.
So, what the fuck are you talking about?
The Los Angeles Lakers have a record in their last 4 games against the Thunder. Okay, Reggie. The 2 games last year, they had to. I'm talking about Luka. That says the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers played them 3 times last year.
Why are you talking about last year when we played them this year? Why do you keep going back to last year?
All right, Reggie. Again,
I'm asking seriously. Why do you keep doing this?
So Reggie, so this is what's gonna happen. When he beats them coming up, what are you gonna say? Because then you're gonna say, oh, it's the regular season. That's gonna be your play, right?
Don C.
Is that gonna be your play?
Don C. Once again, you're living in an alternate reality. We have to live in reality, Don C.
I'm not living in an alternate reality.
No, you are though, because you're talking about, well, what you gonna do when he beat him? Like, well, we haven't even played the game. See, you're operating in the mindset that the Lakers are gonna win.
I'm operating in the mindset that Luka has very good success against that basketball team. That's what I'm operating on.
Where?
What do you mean where? Reggie,
Luka
played them twice last year.
You keep going back to last year, and they played this year. Why won't you talk about the game from this year?
Okay, the game, it was 1 game. Reggie, if I got a big sample size, am I going to go with the small sample size or the big sample size? The big sample size tells me that Luka plays against that team very well. But again, all you're going to do is make excuses. All you're going to do is make excuses.
Don C,
I'm going to just say, I told you so.
Can you see,
niggas never could.
Can you see the screen?
Never stop him.
Can you see the screen, Don C?
I see it.
Right. So they got clapped by 28.
Right. And again, at the
29,
time,
29,
remember,
29.
Reggie,
29.
remember, and at the time when that game was played, the Lakers were not playing as good as they're playing now, and the Thunder were playing a lot better than they're playing right now.
They were 8-4. What do you mean?
Right, and at the time, the Thunder were probably undefeated, and they were talking about winning.
But just
in my city,
because the Thunder were undefeated doesn't mean the Lakers weren't playing well.
Dude, the LeBron wasn't even there yet. What are you talking about?
But what does LeBron have to do with Luka? What does LeBron have to do with Luka shooting 7 for 20 and 1 for 7 from 3?
Damn, he didn't have a good Reggie. He didn't have a good game. Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
He didn't have a good game.
So
now I'm gonna use your drop. Whoop-de-doo.
Is that why you keep talking about last year? Because you don't want to talk about the game that's already been played this year?
I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is the Lakers were not playing as good as they playing right now.
That's a pathetic excuse.
Right. And when they win, I cannot wait till that game happens. I wish I could go to that game. I wish I could go to that game. I really do. Because when that game is over with, when that basketball game is over with, I'm gonna tune into the locker room show so goddamn quick.
But Don C,
I'm gonna be the
first.
I swear on my daughter's heartbeat, I'm gonna be the first person.
Don C, here's what you have to understand, though.
Is that win or lose, though?
Here's what you have to understand. They not only have to win the game, Luka has to play well. He can't go 11 for 29 and they win the game, and you gonna come on the show talking about he's the MVP.
Here's the thing, Reggie. As Brandon educated and schooled you on last night, the reason why the Lakers been winning all these games is because Luka been playing well. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know if you noticed that he's averaging basically 40 points a game over the last 11 at 50% from the field and like 38% from 3. So, I mean, that's why they've been winning basketball games, sir. And again, that's a great matchup for him. He loves playing that basketball team.
He shot 12 for 30. He shot 12 for 30 versus Orlando, and then 11 for 29 against Detroit. And then we played the bottom feeder Pacers.
Reggie, again, I said over the last 11 basketball games. Again, you always use it to one game, 2 games.
But Don C, what you gotta okay, but I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because now you see why he's dropping in the standings. Because nobody's gonna give him credit for beating sorry teams.
I don't disagree with you.
So he had 60 versus Miami.
Question?
Nobody cares about that. Go put 60 on SGA.
Well, I mean, he obviously got credit for getting the 60 because that's when he moved up to 2 on the MVP ladder. So, I mean, that
and then he shot 12 for 30 and then 11 for 29 and now he's down to 4.
So now his last game he just shot the ball really good in his last game versus the Indiana Pacers. And when they play Oklahoma City, he's going to that's a great matchup. Again, I'm telling you, I've seen it with my own too.
No, but you keep saying that about him. That's a great matchup, but don't they struggle against? I mean, Oklahoma City has the number 1 defense. They struggle against.
The Oklahoma City. So I'm going to explain to you. But their defenders don't bother Luka.
Then why did he
Those
get blown
guys are
out
small.
the first game? I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, man. Okay.
Apparently,
right. Okay. So the 2 games
first
last year. So go look at his numbers from the 2 games last year. And oh, by the way, when he beat them in a playoff series,
why do you keep on bringing up last year? I just don't understand why you keep bringing up last year when we talking about they just played and they got blown out.
Man, the Lakers weren't playing good. The Lakers were not playing good at that time.
He's crashing out.
No. Hold on.
He's crashing out.
Luka didn't play well. You saying the Lakers? I'm saying Luka didn't play well.
The Lakers as a whole were not playing as well as they're playing right now.
But see, Don, this is my problem with people when they always want to talk about superstars. When LeBron James used to play, when he was Luka's age, he didn't have bad games like that. He came to play every night, and it wasn't about just shooting threes. See, this is the thing. It's like to me, Luka shoots 30 times a night. If the average NBA star shoots 30 times a night, they score 30 points. That's not nothing special. And then you'll find a factor in if the average superstar in the league is hot that night, he'll score 60 like Bam did. Bam scored 83.
He shot
It's
40
easy to
something free throws. Are you kidding me?
regardless.
He shot 40
It's
something
like
free throws.
regardless.
Go look
If,
at when Luka scored 70 points. Go look what his box score was that night. And he
because
scored
he was,
71.
I would like to see how many shots he took. He was just feeling it that night. If you play basketball and you've had and if you've had that green light and you get hot one night, you might score for about 30. Man, my highest in the game was like about 30, about I think 42. And it's like because I just had the green light just to shoot. If you feel it one night, you'll feel it. That's not nothing special for a NBA player that's been scoring all this way from high school to AAU to college, and then you get to that's not nothing. Scoring is nothing special. Win a championship, that's special, and it doesn't
Oh my
take a whole lot
God.
of scoring from one person when you're getting everybody involved. And it's like y'all don't understand that. 30 shooting 30 times a night is just
You do
awful, man.
understand that Luka Doncic is third in the league in assists, right? You do understand that, right?
You still don't because you don't watch you see my problem with the way that you analyze the game, Don C, is that you don't understand that you got the number one 3-point shooter in Kennard on your team, and when he's on the floor, you're not looking for him.
He don't even play that much with Luka. Kennard
Why
comes
is
off the bench. He normally, when he comes onto the game, that's normally when Luka's going to the bench. Kennard only played 15 minutes a game. He's not even
but
playing
when
that
he's in
much.
But when he's in when that's another story for JJ. Why I don't understand why Austin Reeves and Kennard are not sharing minutes. That should be
Luka
split straight
plays.
down the middle.
Luka plays the whole first quarter. He does not come out the whole first quarter. He sits.
What is he doing? What he jacking for a beat the whole fourth quarter instead of getting his players involved and saving his energy for the fourth quarter like most superstars do to get their numbers. He wants to get his numbers in the first three quarters to make sure that if he needs the fourth quarter to get that 30 points that he can do it for people like you. But what I'm saying to you as for
You,
if Luka wants
I
to
think Luka's
win.
first and first quarter scoring, but I believe he's like second and fourth quarter scoring. Like I mean, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you can check that because he disappears. See. So let me say this to you. Remember the game when he fumbled the ball for one he didn't want to shoot one closing game, was that against Orlando? What was that against when he got the ball and he passed it to LeBron, threw the LeBron a grenade, and then the last game when he had it and he got the ball in the final section he fumbled. But see, that's the thing that Kobe Bryant is talking about, how when you have one person scoring a basketball, it's just easy to defend. And then that one play showed you that. And all you had to do was just get up on him. He struggled with the ball, and all
The
he had to
Lakers
do.
got three guys averaging over 20 points a game. How many teams got that? Like, what are y'all talking
I,
about? You do understand
you,
LeBron averages 21. I think Austin Reeves averages 25, and Luka averages
and they're
33.
still, they're
Like,
still
what are we
fighting,
talking about?
and they're still fighting for the third seed because they can't defend. They can't defend. It's like
Again,
that part of it has gone out of that part of it has gone
no,
out
it's
of
not
the.
because no, it's not because since the All-Star break, they're like 12th in defensive rating, so they've improved on defense. That's all they need to be. If they're at
And you'll
12th,
take
if they're at 12th, 11th or 12th, that type of defensive rating with their offense, they can win a championship.
So how many teams does it take how many teams, how would that fit in the playoffs when you got when you got top four teams above that? You got two teams, OKC,
Right?
and
They
you
still
got
play
San
offense too.
Antonio,
They still play
and
offense
they're
too.
playing much, so all that 12 being 12 in a situation where it's really gonna be top four, it don't
Well,
make a difference.
go look at what the Denver Nuggets defensive rating was the year that they won the championship, and their offensive rating, and then we can have that discussion.
The defense
Their defensive
with
rating, the
Denver.
year that they won the championship, they were 15th in defensive rating. They were second in offensive rating. I think the
But
Lakers
they
right now
had
are third in offensive rating and 12th in defensive rating.
but that Denver team was a monster. I don't know where them ratings that's putting them down
They
below
were not
because
good on defense.
with
They
with
were
Bruce
middle of the
Brown
road. The Lakers are actually better, or they're playing better right now.
with
I don't
Bruce
I don't know
Brown
what.
coming off the bench, along with the starting five. What's my man that played at Georgetown that was on that team? Because he actually helped them out too when it came. He played with he played with Boston first. I
Jeff
can't call
Green.
this.
Jeff Green.
Jeff Green, with them coming off the bench because you only have like about a 7 or 8, maybe 8 or 9 rotation. But with Bruce Brown and Jeff coming off the bench, that was a defining factor in that whole series because their defense. But when they locked down, that defense got, and that's the thing about Denver that a lot of people just makes me mad when they talk about a big three. But when they picked up that boy Aaron Gordon, that took Denver over the top. Nobody talks about that because they got a number one option in Eric Gordon and put him on that team with the Joker, and nobody really talks about that. But they always want to talk about when LeBron makes moves, but they never talk about different moves like that. But that's what put Denver over the top. But looking back at the Lakers, I'm not saying that the Lakers can't win no ball games, and I keep on saying this to you is that it doesn't take all them points that Luka's scoring for the Lakers to really be a really good. They could be a very very good basketball team if Luka was just stop shooting so much and getting other people and come down and actually looking for people instead of using them as an option when the shot is not there. If you
So
watch the
so
way
so let me ask you a question. Are the Lakers playing better now than they were before the All-Star break? Yes or
The
no?
Lakers are playing. The Lakers are playing. The Lakers are playing very good basketball. But the thing about
Okay,
it,
so
the
is Luka shooting
two
more
teams,
now? Is he shooting more now than he was
he's
before the
shooting.
All-Star break?
This is what I say to you: the Lakers are playing very good basketball right now. But the problem is that Luka shoots too much, and Austin Reeves plays too much.
Okay, but
Those are
I'm
the
asking you a
Lakers.
question. So you just
Go
said that
ahead.
they're playing better now than they were before the All-Star
Right.
break. But Luka's shooting the
Right.
ball now more now than he was before the All-Star break.
Right. So
So how
what's your point? What's
so
your
how
point?
I don't understand. If they're playing better now and he's shooting the ball more and they're winning more now.
Here's my point.
Hold on, Reggie. Hold on, Reggie. Hold on, Reggie. Let him go because that's a part. So I'm hearing what you're saying. Yeah, they're playing well, but see, that's the difference between me and you, Don C. I'm talking about championship basketball. You're talking about winning games. I'm on record saying that the Lakers can win games, but the way that if they want to win championships, Luka shoots less. He can shoot maybe about 20 shots a night and then split the time between Austin Reeves and Kennard. And
But
that
but
makes them
see,
a championship team.
here's my thing. Every time I put the graphic on the screen, Don C, every time we play a top 4 team, which is the Pistons, the Celtics, OKC, and the Thunder, the Lakers are 1-9. We're not even competitive. So you keep gassing up these performances that Luka's having against mediocre and shit teams. What about when we play the elite teams? We have a track record. There's been 10 games this season we've played those teams, and we're 1-9. So now that we got 2 games coming up versus OKC, you're telling me you're confident in that when we're 1-9 on the season? That's insane.
Absolutely, because they're playing a lot better basketball right now than they were then. A lot of those games were all of those games were before the All-Star break. Actually,
no, they weren't. We just played the Pistons where Luka shot 11 for 29 and they lost without Cade Cunningham.
They weren't competitive that game. They lost that game in the final seconds of the basketball game.
And guess what?
And it was
Luka shot 11 for 29.
It was the last game of a 6-game road trip, by the way. Like, what are we talking about?
Luka choked the game-winning shot.
Okay, so again, are we going to go off one game? Because you do understand that the Lakers.
I just said there's 10 games.
Reggie, no. You just said he choked that game off. You said he choked that one game off, correct?
No, I said we've played the top 4 teams in the NBA 10 times this year. We're 1-9. We got 2 games coming up versus OKC. There's no in no other circumstance in life where a team could be 1-9 and you tell me you have confidence against OKC coming up. No other scenario would anybody say I'm confident in our chances of beating OKC in the next couple of weeks. You're just being delusional. Seriously, you're just
I
being
have
delusional.
supreme confidence because again, if you want to take that sample size of you use your sample size, I can use my sample size of what Luka does to Oklahoma City historically. That's my sample size.
Right,
And
but you don't want to talk about this year.
He likes playing that basketball team.
But you don't want to talk. Okay, so what happened the first time they played him?
They won. They won a game.
Okay.
They won a game.
All right.
What happened the last time that Luka played them in the playoff series? He beat them 4-2.
2 years ago?
I don't care when it was. I don't care when it was. Oh, by the way, here's the other thing. Reggie, here's the other thing. Luka's better today than he was 2 years ago.
And
Luka's in better shape today than he was 2 years ago.
And so is SGA.
I just disagree. I disagree with that, Don C.
Oh, wait a minute. So both of you have said on this same live and called all you said is Luka's nothing but a fat ass. Is Luka fat this year?
Yeah. I just disagree. No, I disagree with that, Don C. His game.
So
see,
again,
Don
if
C,
he was doing that,
C,
if he was giving them buckets at 300 pounds, and now he's 240 and chiseled, what you think he gonna do? What you think he gonna do now?
So has SGA not gotten better?
Is SGA better? Yes, SGA is better. Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
He's better.
But see, Don C. This is what I'm saying to you. To improve your game, if I got traded, this is what I say. This is how I put it to you. If you traded me and you said the reason that you traded me was because of my defense, I would want to prove you wrong. I wouldn't come out and let the next team have that, or the next fans think the same thing, to think that the person that traded me was right. But if you could tell me that Luka is a better defender than he was in Dallas, then I'll leave it alone. But that's my thing. Is see the same thing about Austin Reeves and Luka. I'll say to you, the only way that they can become better players to me is if or all stars or superstars like people try to put them up there to be, is that if they became better defenders. You still on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, I just don't get that.
Why are y'all saying like people are putting him up there? He's one of the best players in the world. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, he's literally one of the best players in the world.
See, this is the thing that I say.
I didn't come up with that. I didn't put the ball in the hoop for Luka. Luka put the ball in the hoop for his goddamn self.
I don't listen to the Stephen A's. I don't listen to the Mike Wilbons. I don't listen to the people of the media. I use my own concept of what I'm watching. There's nowhere in the world that I'm gonna put him up there if he played one side of the ball, or even make a foolish statement to say that Luka drugged that Dallas team to the playoff, to the finals, when he doesn't play defense. It seems like the defense is what got him there. That doesn't even make sense to me. How could you say that Luka drove? How could you
know how I can tell you that?
say?
You know how I can tell you that?
Go ahead.
Top Fly High. You know how I can tell you that? Luka led the playoffs that year in points, assists, and rebounds. The same way that LeBron James drugged the 2018 Cavs when they were the 4th seed to the finals, and they beat Toronto in the I'm sorry, 27. The 2018 Eastern Conference Finals. He led the whole playoffs. Just Luka did that. Only him and LeBron are the only people to ever do that. You do understand that, right? They're the only people that ever do that.
Hold on. So what you're saying is that Luka was just as effective on defense on this mob as LeBron was on the Cleveland mob.
No, I would never say that Luka's a.
So then why would you even make that comparison? Why would you even make that comparison? See, that's my point.
So that's one aspect.
See, y'all want to use
that's one
you
aspect.
want to use this narrative about Luka being somewhat what LeBron was, when Luka doesn't play defense. It's like that part of it y'all just don't want to address. The reason why Dallas lost in the finals is because of Luka's defense.
Right, and they got to the finals because of Luka's offense. Again, Luka drives a Bugatti. Okay, he drives a Bugatti. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of players that play a lot better defense than him. Correct, in the NBA. They don't drive
I
a
got
Bugatti.
a,
The reason why he gets paid
I got a
the reason
Silverado.
why he
So I
gets
mean,
paid the
what
money
the
he
hell got
gets
to do with
paid is
anything?
because he put that goddamn ball in the hoop. By the way, which is the objective of the game. When Mr. Naismith created the game of basketball, was to put
No,
that round
no.
ball into the basket, into a hoop.
When you
That's why he created the game.
see, that's the part of it that you don't understand. When you get to the NBA, it's about winning championships to build your legacy up. If you want to be up there with the greats, but how can you put them up there with the greats if you never win a championship?
I mean, have you seriously looked at Luka's accolades? He's going to be up there with the greats.
Hey Don
He's
C,
one
hey
of
Don C,
you know
hey
how
Don
many
C.
do you know how many do you know how many first team All NBA Steph Curry got?
Oh my God, chicks! But Steph got four, 5 rings, 4 rings.
You know how
Listen,
many first team All NBAs he got?
listen. I'm gonna watch this game, Don C, and Top Fly High. I'm gonna watch this game right now, and I'll be back after the game. We can pick the conversation up after the game if y'all got time. But
Right here, no
Word up.
doubt. Hey Don
Word
C,
up.
call back in. I'll talk to you after the game, my brother.
Hey, right.
all right, folks. Good conversation, man. Like I said, chat, y'all gotta leave Don C alone, man. Just let him crash out, man. You can hear it in his voice. He's talking fast. He can barely, he can barely get a word out. His jitters are up. It's gonna be it's gonna be a dark, next couple of weeks for Don C, man. So like I said, chat, just let him crash out and just leave him alone. We're going to allow him to crash out peacefully. You know what I mean? We're not going to antagonize him. We're not going to, disrupt him. We're just going to let him crash out and let him do his thing, chat. He's coping right now. He knows this shit is over. But I guess in his mind he's got to, figure out a way to still have hope, I guess. You know what I mean? He knows it's over. We know it's over. But, in his mind, he's trying to find a way to still have faith in Luka. And it's over. But I'm going to watch this game, folks. We'll see what happens. I'm going to predict the Fakers are going to win tonight. But, they're playing a tanking Nets team. So I don't think that's, an expert prediction. I think that's just common sense, folks. So, like I said, I'm going to catch you guys after the game, man. Peace.